All right, shalom, shalom. Just want to come with a quick hit and going into this whole economy, the state of the economy, the American economy is finished, man. We've been telling you it's true. So it's time that our people wake up and come out of this sleep, this coma, this illusion, disillusion, whatever you want to call it. All this joking around, all right, prank videos, all right. You got, like I went into one of my last lessons, a lot of these so-called couples doing these prank videos, being occupied with sports, weed smoking, video gaming all day. Ain't nothing wrong with, playing video games. I know some brothers play video games or whatever, but we don't be occupied with it. All right. But just occupied with entertainment, sports like Netflix, all this other stuff, man. Just distractions. There's many, many different distractions that you have to will yourself to study. All right. Because the world is falling apart, man. All right. You're not to walk around in ignorance. And there's many things to study. We got thousands and thousands of years of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and this all kind of other stuff as well. That it's always something to learn. It's always something to study. All right. And one of these things you have to understand is how this economy is set up, because it directly ties into your everyday life. All right. So I'm gonna get into this video, and he's gonna explain the SWIFT system, and he's gonna explain the state of what everything is going to be going on. So that's why you're seeing inflation. That's why when you go to the grocery store, you're seeing things go up. When you go get gas, that's why the gas prices are going up, because of inflation. The dollar is over too much dollars in circulation. All right. They printed too much money. That's what I meant to say. They printed too much money. If you look at the United States national debt, is 30 trillion. All right. And that's why you're seeing prices when you go buy things explode. And it's going to continue to get worse. And gas prices is directly associated with this Russia thing. So you have to pay attention to what's going on around you. All right. That's just called common sense, man. It's time that our people come out of this sleep. All right. Now, if you're doing the best you can, continue to do the best you can. But I'm going to get into this video, then I'm going to hit this short lesson.
Here, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great as we watch the destruction of world fiat currencies all around. However,
you heard what he said, the destruction of world fiat currency. And fiat currency is something that's not backed by anything, which would be the American dollar. All right. And you can do your research on these things. That's why you have to study to show yourself approved. You study other things to understand how it ties into the Bible, how it ties into prophecy. We ain't just studying the Bible in a damn cave. No. We're studying all the things, and we're observing the things that are around us. And this is going to bring in the MOTB.
Focus right now is on Russia and the ruble. So I want to talk about something that I've been warning everyone about for quite some time, and that is the fact that Russia and China don't need SWIFT. And I have a feeling that this is going to usher in us doing what we're doing with the sanctions. Regardless of what side you're on, I believe the outcome will be Russia and China finally splitting off, and the BRICS nations, if you have not heard of that, BRICS, I'd write it up, but that'd take too long, stands for, it's a group of countries, Brazil, India.
All right, BRICS is something that's, how, America has its allies, and this, you got the NATO and the European Union. These other nations, what they've been doing to get away from this dollar, which is going to cause it to collapse, is they've been building their own unity, their own system. All right.
Russia, China, and after that, very many others signed on an agreement that started in the early 2000s, actually, but really started to grab traction in around 2013, if memory serves you right. And the facts are they came up with their own payment processing system too. Remember, SWIFT is very antiquated and archaic, quite frankly. It is a messaging system that banks talk to each other and financial institutions. They say, hey, we're sending you this much money on this date, expect it. And they say, cool, thank you. That's really all it is. And it is old and it's antiquated. It was made in America and we pushed it out to the rest of the world. And now that's how we sanction.
And what do you mean when you say they pushed it out to the rest of the world? So if you didn't take the dollar, that would bomb your country, assassinate your leader, and destabilize your country. That's why you got all these countries that got all these resources like Brazil, Venezuela. These would be the tribes. That's why most of the people that's there, the Israelites, are in poverty. All right. The so-called white man is the goddamn devil, man. All right. And you've been able to live off the so-called white man blood shit. That's why we over here we tend to have it a little bit better, so to speak. All right. That's why you got all your amenities over here because of what the so-called white man has done, destroyed and raped, robbed, and pillaged the whole world. All right, and we still in slavery over here. We still in hell. Some brothers got like a little bit better than other brothers, but it's still we in captivity, man. So don't never get that twisted. We need deliverance. We're destroyed.
We can just turn off institutions. We can turn off people. Hey, you can't go and transmit money anywhere. So you're just not allowed to wire money out, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to link this story below. It's entitled "The Russian Central Bank Chief Says Alternative to SWIFT Already in Place." Well, a handful of us knew about it. Most of the world doesn't.
You heard that? Most of the world don't know shit. All right. They said they already been having an alternative to SWIFT. You think Putin is stupid? All right, these world leaders been plotting on America, man. All right, and it's time for this place to fall. It's already falling in so many different ways, but this going to be the death blow, man.
I don't think that there are a lot of world leaders that honestly believe that Russia's going to actually do this, but I believe they are. Russian central bank chief said that Russia will fulfill their obligations on the SPFS system. So a couple key takeaways. It says Russia's central bank governor has said that its global payments will continue to function despite the SWIFT ban. Also going on to say, the central bank chief said SPFS, an internally developed payment system, will replace SWIFT.
You heard that? So they got a backup. All right, they've been plotting on this, man. All right, and you know what's coming next. These fiat currencies are about to crash, all of them. All right, especially the dollar. And they're going to bring that MOTB is coming soon. All right, we don't know how soon, but it's coming. All right, sooner than later, put it like that. Let's get into this real short, brief lesson. All right, as we're going to get into the SWIFT system. That's the acronym for what this stands for. SWIFT is the Society Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. So that's what it stands for. All right. And you got these elites, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the globalists, whatever you want to call them. They set this whole banking system up, the central banks, the world banks, to enslave the world. All right. So if you so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you're not free. You're under wage slavery. All right. But yeah, this SWIFT system is how they've been able to regulate the world and put sanctions on people and cripple their economy. These devils. All right, so let's go to this term BRICS. You heard that as well. So the acronym for BRICS means Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. These the countries and other countries. These the major countries that's made this alliance to get away from the so-called white man and this system. All right. All right, you see. So, man, look, it's going down right now. We're at the end, man. This is it. All this shit not going to happen for things to go back to normal. They're already talking about the digital dollar. So they fist to come with this new system. And if you don't see this, man, it's so obvious, man, what's going on. All right. But I want to get into this scripture here. And that's why we are not to be so into the world. We know we have to be in the world. We have to work on these jobs. We have to be in this system to a certain degree. But you're to separate yourself from that to the best of your abilities, man. You're not to be bullshitting around in this system too much, man. All right, occupied with the world too much. And us brothers, we watch a little sports. For me personally, I don't really do a lot of stuff I used to do because it's unprofitable. All right, sitting down watching a 3-hour football game is not feeding me spiritually. So I personally don't do it. All right. When I watch a game here and there, a few minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, yeah. But that's not something that I really care about because it's not. How's that benefit me, man? And any other thing as well. Video games. I don't even play video games, but you got some brothers out there that like to kill a little time because look, we have to unwind doing something, man, or you go crazy. So. But what our number one goal is be occupied in this truth. For me, I can't get enough of it. I study every day, all day, much as I can. That's just me. All right. All right. And some brothers got families. You have to balance it all out some kind of way because we're at a very serious time that you need to be paying attention. You need to be studying. And hell, the more you study, the more you're going to learn. You get out of things what you put into them. It ain't nothing deep about that. You reap what you sow. All right. So whatever you put into something, that's what you're going to see. That's the benefits you're going to get out of it. All right. And this truth is the number one important thing in this world. Because can't nobody give you salvation. We need deliverance. We suffering day in and day out in this fucking place, man. All right. But yeah, all this joking around, you see the vibration of the world. These people finished, man. They joking around, making prank videos. Everybody on folly, man, in bull crap. Twerking. The women don't know much, especially of our nation. They bug the fuck out, man. The younger Jake women, they gone, man. All right. And you got all these platforms that the so-called white man set up to encourage dumb shit 24/7, man. So you have to overcome that, man. All right. Folly is set in great dignity. So let's get into this first scripture. Ecclesiastes 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and they go to show you the law is not done away with. It's still alive and well. That's what help us govern our lives, man, so we can live righteously to the best of our abilities. And his mind is in the meditation thereof. So we're Slakia. And it's occupied in the meditation thereof. So we occupied with this truth. All right. Studying the truth and the things that's around this truth in the world that we stay in. Not being ignorant of the things that's operating around us. Like one of the things you need to know is how this economy is set up. All right. Yeah, it's a fake economy, but it's an economy that you need to know, because if certain things happen, it's going to affect you, like inflation, like the gas prices, like wars. Everything's going to affect us, man. All right. And it ties into biblical prophecy for us getting the hell up out of here. So why would you not be paying attention? What's more important than this? We'll seek out the wisdom of all ancient and be occupied in prophecies. All right. So what that means, we'll be occupied. Let's go to this word occupied. It says busy doing or thinking about something. All right. It says occupied, Salakia. Let me see. But you get the point. I just want to kind of give you a little bit more clarity. But yeah, this to be occupied, to be always into, doing something in the truth. All right. It says to fill up in the extent of time or space. It says you can't make this up. It says sports occupy our spare time. And most Americans are occupied with sports. And that's why they really don't know much. All right. Because they spending all their free time and spare time on BS, things that's unprofitable to your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We wouldn't meant to be here doing this, living like this, man. And that's why, the Christian church, one thing I can say, they bugged out and they demonic, but they do got this concept right of daily bread. All right. And what is daily bread? They say all those things such as regular food and water needed to sustain physical life. So that's daily. You need to eat, you need to drink every day, right? The same thing with this word and this truth. You should be putting this into your everyday regimen, your routine, whatever you want to call it. It says daily bread. The second one, all those things such as regular prayer, worship, and meditation needed to sustain spiritual life. So you have to do the same thing with your spiritual body, so to speak. You have to feed it. You have to study. You study to show yourself approved. Why you study to show yourself approved? So you can know what's going on. So you won't be walking in darkness, walking in ignorance. So everything is for a reason. It's really for your betterment. All right. It's the same thing as you eating healthy. You eating healthy so you can have a more quality life, man. The same in this studying this word. And we don't just study the Bible and go, into a cave or some shit like that. No, we're studying the Bible and things that attach to the Bible. All right. The things that complements the Bible, not these other bugged out books either. All right. We're studying history. We're studying maps, all kind of stuff. Migration patterns. It's many things that come along with this. All right. But not those other bugged out books. All right. Like the Book of Enoch and all that. We don't deal with all that, man. That's madness. All right. And the apostles and elders have put their time into researching to know those books are bugged out. And I've read them too. When I first came in, the Spirit was guiding me to read those books so I can know they bugged out. All right. And we telling you they all bugged out. So stick to the script. We got the 1611 King James Version Bible. All right, learn that. And that's all you need to sustain yourself. If it's been on your spirit to study other books that complement the Bible, like Josephus or something like that, that's cool. All right. Call Hala Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Rahak Wadah, Shalom.